ready for our final set of the day, Renegades and Spacestation, with the rosters orgs maybe switched around a bit from what you might be used to for last year. But remember, Spacestation, the Rapper Squad, Renegades, are now rocking Bear and the boys. Well, and it's going to be really tough for SOT and for Venenu now to get even close to their maximum value as Cheerio takes it to the sky. That's because Renegades are holding gold here, and he finds a two-man dunk, forces the Fields of Love and the Fear No Evil to come out in response. Solar Troll being hunted down, but a Rapper right there to create some space. That's the ultimate from Solar Troll trying to keep up with Cheerio, but first blood comes courtesy of Vote. He found a kill. Cheerio ends up falling in trade though as Awesome Jake gets one, and suddenly it's all kicking off.
Completely agree. Lasbra has a lot to prove this year because he didn't play jungle all year last year. That's relevant, but not the case now.
It's not. He had it from the beginning. Cherio's already dunked in. Solar Troll the target, but a big Fear No Evil. We talked about Lasbra showing up, and he does it here. Rapper falls first. Barracuda gets the kill. The Curse Donk is up. Spacestation want to try and keep the aggression going, but Nika's low. Can't get the damage on the Venenu, who's somehow still alive. He does get the kill, but Nika gets traded out. It's 2 for 1 in favor of Renegades.
No relics right now for Awesome Jake. No Aegis for Venenu. That's why Spacestation is trying to take the fight.
Charge trade though off the mark for Nika that leaves him in the bad spot. Spacestation though secure the Oni Fury. What about the fight afterwards? Solo Troll looks like he wants more, but again, Fear No Evil solo locks down Rapper and Barracuda gets the kill. But that's a 4-man dunk from Cheerio! My man continues to show up. It's Solar Troll that ends up dropping. Wall is there for Awesome Jake. Venenu falls off screen, but it's disaster, and the one who brought the warning was Cheerio on the Thor, turning the fight on a dime.
That's gonna put pressure on the map while they pull fire.
No ultimate for Barracuda. Fear No Evil though for Lasbra, so they do have one big tool if they can make their way in, but they just can't do it. Spacestation get the Fire Giant there.
Left side is going to be the call, and with Titan's Bane completed for Dardes, no one can really stand in front of him with any sort of safety.
There's the pluck from Nika that is going to bring SOT to the back. He goes right up to the sky, and Nika pays for his transgression. That's a big pick for Renegades on the defense. Cheerio gets next to nothing with his dunk as well when he comes in, and Renegades for now have done enough to keep SSG at bay.
Venenu can just link onto Lasbra, and even if he blinks engages, you can ult right away and give himself that CC immunity.
That'll make the Undying Love pretty critical cooldown. Cheerio has taken to the sky as SOT is alone in the backline, but Cheerio with some indecision comes to the back, doesn't find much. Fear No Evil is big, hits just about everyone. Barracuda gets a kill, but SOT now low as well. Really all of Renegades low, but Lasbra gets a second kill. Renegades may be low, but they're claiming scalps at this point. As Spacestation want to try and make a punish off the back, but it's gonna be tough. Vote links in with the flicker. Dardes does take care of Barra. It's Renegades that are on the run.
Weren't backing up, then that would have been a good opportunity. Speaking of which,
Lasbra gonna catch Cheerio all alone with the Fear No Evil. He doesn't have beads, so he's in the full duration of it, and Cheerio can't win that fight. And that's gonna have to be the call. Lasbra is probably gonna be getting poked more as Rapper goes in first. It's Blink and right into the watery grave, and he finds one. It's Barracuda with the push and force out the Undying Love and the dive bomb as they retreat. And look at the Phoenix starting to melt like butter on hot toast.
Barracuda gets Sumo Slam back. He's waiting for Ven to ult. Ven waits too long, Barra beads and jumps away, and then Ven ults. The communication isn't there.
Got to be quicker on these Undying Loves. Lasbra tries to come in for a Fear No Evil, and he does get the kill onto Cheerio. That's big work to take care of the Thor. They're looking for Nika on the left side too. He's got to be done like dinner. Barracuda lands the shot. So 5 members of Renegades up against 3 of SSG with the Fire Giant. How much can they get off the back of this?
You're dealing more damage, or maybe they're slowed by Nika's ultimate, doing more damage. There's tons of CC for SSG.
So it's going to work for him really well. Solar Troll and the rest of Renegades had to show up because Fire Giant was started, but Rapper wants to get aggressive. He finds Barracuda. They made him the target. The beads have already been used, but Cheerio dumps in the back. There's the Undying Love, well timed from Venenu to keep him alive. But what about Awesome Jake? He gets the transformation off, buys the time, and Lasbra gets to Cheerio. He dies the second he lands, and Vote gets the double. Barracuda falls as well. Lasbra still had Fear No Evil, and he takes care of Vote, finding a kill in the back of that, so it's 2 for 2.
Look at Lasbra's positioning. He's looking to find Cheerio once again, but now Cheerio has that Magi's Blessing. It's going to be a lot harder for Lasbra to get the jump on him.
SOT has the ultimate forced out, though. I feel like that's a big get from Spacestation. That's going to limit so much of his safety when he goes for the dives. But Lasbra finds another Fear No Evil. But up in the sky is Cheerio. He wants Farah way in the back. Dunks down, but the Undying Love is there to save him. And Cheerio cannot make it out. Aegis buys him time, but Venenu clips his wings and shuts him down. This fight now starting to favor RNG, but Rapper pushes Solar Troll back. And remember, he has no Bat of the Hell, so he just has to dodge, wait for the sustain to come back up, and he gets pinned against the wall, and Rapper makes another big play.
Man, that was so good for Renegades, then Solo gets just a little bit too ahead of himself, thinking that they were winning the fight harder than they were. The one thing is that Venenu does not do a lot of damage to this significant front line from SSG. He does not have a whole lot of penetration.
And that was one of the concerns that the fight kicks off. Barracuda in the backline might be in some trouble. Fear No Evil from Lazarus not great this time, and Dardes gets the shutdown kill. That feels so important. Solar Trolls in the backline looking for big damage, but Cheerio still has the Anvil of Dawn. The dunk doesn't find much, but now he's here to help. Dardes gets a double because Awesome Jake gets shut down. Barracuda now low as well, in some trouble, looks for a return, but Dardes keeps it going with a triple kill. SSG now starting to run over Renegades. That might just be the game. Well, looks like we're going to have a fight in the jungle 41 minutes into this game. This just does not happen all that often. They're usually more calculated fights. Cheerio's up, and he's going to head right to the back, land on top of Venenu, force the Undying Glove instantaneously, but Rapper gets popped. Cheerio, though, has managed to get the kill onto Barracuda, so the rest of Renegades have to run. They've lost almost all of their damage. We talked about how much of it comes from Barra, and they can't afford to stick around.
I mean, Dardes is still undying in this game. 4-0 and 11 on 41k player damage.
It's been a monster performance from him, but maybe that gets shut down. Lasmer goes to the backline, overhand smash, flattens Dardes for the first time, but he pays for it. Vote gets the kill on the backside of it, but that does save the mid Phoenix, potentially even the base, as SFG now have to start falling back.
They might be getting baited, not keeping track of the upgraded timer instead of going with regular.
Vote is in trouble. Lasper didn't want Dardes. He wanted the Merlin, and that's such a big pick for them at this point in the game. I don't even know if Space Station feel that comfortable sticking around. Cheerio's ult's on cooldown now, too. That's a big cooldown for them. Lasper's just making the individual plays. Yeah, Renegades, we talked about how maybe they didn't want to fight, but they're pushed up. There's a skirmish between Lasper and Cheerio happening in the middle lane, as well as the 3v4 favoring Renegades back near the Fire Giant pit. So SOT takes to the sky. They're putting good damage into Nico. That is Nika. He's hard to lock down, so they target swap over to Rapper, but Rapper's still standing somehow too, but the pressure remains. Renegades want to keep going, but now there's minions starting to come into the base as well. That left side base could be threatened. Renegades have to make this push work because they've given up too much to get here. They shut down Dardes, and maybe they can make this push keep happening. Lasbra has Cheerio as well. This is now getting big for Renegades.
That's huge, but now you're thinking, can we end? No, we've got too many structures. This is where getting that mid-tier 2 earlier makes such a big difference. This has got to be a Fire Giant call at this point for Renegades, which is not a bad thing. Hands, you're about to get your left side Phoenix up. A great 1v1 by Lasbra, playing with fire, but they've got to secure this Fire Giant. Cannot lose this one to Nika.
Well, Nika's here trying to make it difficult for him, aggro. This is not going to be easy. Beating the king rarely is. As Fire Giant starts to get low, Nika dashes in, but there's no chance. Renegades secure the objective. Now they got to get out of there, take their time, regroup. Suddenly, after a 46-minute slugfest, they might actually be favored.
You're going to be sitting underneath your Phoenix just waiting for something to happen. But now is when Renegades have to be told what to do.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. Solar Troll was too far by himself, gets plucked back in, and has to use the ultimate defensively. That's what SSG are waiting for. If any part of your disengage isn't clean, Nika's going to be looking to try and punish.
Oni Fury's up, and this is good for Renegades, but they're running out of time quickly on this Fire Giant. I mean, they have a minute and 20 left. They get this Oni Fury, then back. That's pretty much it.
All of Space Station here. Solar Troll blinks, and he does not have Bat Out of Hell. This is so risky for him. He does serve his bait, but now he's been plucked back in. That forces the Undying Love and the Fear No Evil all used to try and make sure he stays alive. Cheerio's ult doesn't find a whole lot either as he comes back in, but Awesome Jake is stuck way on the backside of the fight. Has to use Draconic Corruption, but everyone's waiting. The pluck is there too, and this could be potentially trouble for him. Knocked up by Vogue, who comes back in. There's too much damage, and I don't know, man. I think that starts with SOT. 49 minutes, really at 50 at this point, and potentially one mistake could be costing Renegades. They gotta find a way to hold on as Space Station getting ready to bear down, but it looks like they're gonna 5-man group. Nika goes in with the charge fray, doesn't find much. That's the push as well from Rapper, but all it does is create space for Dardes to melt the Phoenix. It does drop. Cheerio's taken up, and he finds a way to land on Venenu. That gets the beads out from him, I believe, or some form of CC immunity. He does make his way back out of there, and SSG on the full retreat. It just feels like a question of margin for error, right? The Space Station just have much more room to work with, whereas Renegades, it's a lot tighter. Rapper has found Awesome Jake. The wall cuts off Venenu from getting in range. The rest of Space Station safely grouped up in the back. Rapper has found him a target. He pushes Awesome Jake back into the Wolves. Lasper drops the Fear No Evil. Doesn't get a ton out of it, and right into the backline goes Cherry. Lasper has few options. The wall lands on both the backline carries. Cheerio is feasted on the backline, finds himself a double kill, and is looking for Venenu as well. They finally lock Cheerio down, but Dardes weaves in the auto. That's it for Van. They may have claimed Cheerio's scalp, but he's already done all the work. SOT is dead to rights here in the backline. No way he survives. It's Space Station Gaming. Find a way to get it done.
It's just like I said would happen. If you get a huge Fear No Evil, that's sick. Everyone still has beads because your composition doesn't burn beads well enough. So you get Dardes and Vote to use Purification beads right there. Lasbra gets a good ultimate, and it just doesn't matter because they beads in turn and insta-kill you. Then not locked onto Lasbra there. He was linked to Barracuda, so he was trying to ult to save Lasbra, but with Lasbra having no jump, beads, who cares? Thor's gonna kill you unless you have mobility in that instance, and knowing the Lasbra jump was down meant that that kill was guaranteed. Cherry makes big plays in the early game, has about a 30-minute nap in the middle of that game, and then wakes up with a vengeance and wins his team the game at the very end.
We are indeed moving into game number 2, and Renegades put up a big fight in the first game, but could not quite close it out. And it kind of feels a bit to me like Space Station in response to that 53-minute barn burner. We're like, all right, if this goes 53 minutes again, we're going to have Kali pocketed by an Afro, and we're just going to close it out. But you want to talk about something that does match the player. Awesome Jake on the support tier. I don't want to let that one fly us by. That fits Awesome Jake to me.
Give the man what he's used to playing. I think there's a lot to be said for that. Is it the best thing in the world, support tier? No. Is that one of Jake's best picks? Maybe, and we'll see if he's able to execute it. I've got no problem with him trying it. I just don't know how well it's going to work.
I think it is also worth noting that SOT doesn't have teleport on this Sobek. He went Blink with that first relic, which we don't see a whole lot of. He's got mana sustain in the kit, so that's not really a concern for him. It's Awesome Jake gets off to a good start. Blinks in, finds Boat, has him low, and in kill threshold. Barracuda getting aggressive too, but Rapper right there to body block to slow them down, so Boat does survive. But this could be a rotation. Lasper's here on this left-hand side. I'm not sure that Vote's aware. He has beads. It looks like Lasper gives it up. Now it's Rapper that's in some trouble. The lockdown's there, and that's your first blood.
Cost them a little bit there, blinking from Solo Patrol, but still they still got first blood.
Vote definitely wasn't expecting this with how far up he was in lane. He will get to go up, but he's just going to be coming back down into trouble. Very unlikely he makes it out. Does find 2 shots. Just clears some farm that he can on the way back out. And that's Vote stepping up too far, and Renegades finding to punish, but Awesome Jake gets popped. Nika rotates over and catches him out. Looks like Nika might have been proxying and was able to rotate.
But look at this. Jake coming from the exact same path Lasbra just did. No blink for him.
And Vote's got to get some wards down or something, right? Because he keeps being in trouble. Lobbering over the wall doesn't quite cut Vote off. But he finds the angle, pushes Vote right back towards Barracuda. But the shell comes in. No, that was Rapper with the To the Skies ultimate. It was not enough to save Vote, however. And Lasper gets the kill. Man, my man Vote is still stepping up in this lane. Where is he getting this courage from? He does go up to the sky with the ultimate here, put in 1 shot on the Lasper. Kali is here, but lands right in the Fear No Evil. A knockup comes through as Rapper's here as well. Lasper very low, has made his way back out. Both, though, does get lawbreared on, but Awesome Jake is running away more than he's getting aggressive. Vote with a good rotation from the squad makes it out. You're right, Dardas puts in good damage, but that's because the Gold Fury starting. Cheerio the only one nearby, and he cannot make it in. Renegades grab the Gold Fury quite nicely. It's a question if any fight can happen on the backside. It looks like Renegades have disengaged as well. This has been a much better game from them. So my caster's curse not quite as strong as yours, I guess. I haven't been here. That's what it is. Pyromancer goes down for Renegades. They're going to bring Rapper in as well. Fear No Evil further pushes them out of position, and there's no way out. They body blocked him perfectly. That's a great pick for Renegades. They're going to start up this FG right away. At least I thought they were. They haven't pulled it just yet, but they are posturing as if they want to force a fight. And Lasper's low. That might be why they're hesitating, because this Kali's starting to chainsaw her way through, and Lasper ends up dropping.
And now Jake's in a bad spot. He still has that Lawbringer, but might need to use it.
This is truly fearful for me, this Kali Aphrodite. Good luck trying to stop that. Good kiss from Dardes. Stop Solo trolling his tracks. I doubt the pluck would have landed, but he doesn't get the positioning out of it either. And Space Station able to regroup nicely. They want more aggression. SOT locks down. There's going to be a fight as Awesome Jake gets 2 of them. The ultimate comes through, maybe a little bit late from Venenu, as Rapper can't get the To the Skies off. He ends up falling. Venenu claims the life before the ultimate can come through, and that favors RNG.
What do you know? Jake's tier support carrying another game. Both gonna try and steal Oni Fury with that ultimate. Perfect reset by Renegades. They're gonna secure that Oni Fury. Nicely done.
Renegades are heavily favored to get this Fire Giant, I'd say, if they want to stick on it, but it looks like this is more of a bait. Maybe they don't realize just how free it might have been. Now they're starting it up, but Nika's nearby. Cheerio has a decent loop around path too, and I don't think it's warded. Fire Giant's low. Fear No Evil confirms if they could be walking into the waiting hands of this Kali if they're not careful. Now they know Barracuda has to use his beats to get away. Lasper gets a good overhand smash as well, but Spacestation gonna get what poke they can on the way out. Happen on the FG happening here, and Rapper's looking to make a play, so this guy's is up, and Renegades know it. They're giving up on this. They're falling back, and Rapper still goes in. He's kind of a waiting duck. Awesome Jake pins him up against the wall. The ultimate doesn't find much. Lasper drops the Fear No Evil at all too. Solar Troll does come in to find a charge for Prey and drops the Curse Knock as Awesome Jake takes care of Cheerio. This fight is turned back around, and Renegades still feeling good. I think that was exactly the fight that they needed to win too. Now that was sort of that scary moment. They overcome that, and now they're favored moving on this left side. Phoenix, they don't have to worry about Cheerio anymore. Raptor goes in to try and start the fight. Solar Troll is low underneath the Phoenix, but in goes Awesome Jake. He can't afford to stick around too long here either. He gets stunned out. The Phoenix switches to him, and Dardez gets the kill. So at the doorstep, Spacestation Gaming turn Renegades away. Was never in that much danger. This is where Renegades, I feel like, have to make a call. The call's to engage. Lasper finds a big Fear No Evil and gets the beads out from both. That's what they were looking for. Rapper too far forward, doesn't have the Aphrodite helping him, and Barracuda gets the kill. They finally caught Spacestation not quite responding correctly, but Venenu's in trouble. Cheerio is inside that ultimate and gets the kill onto Vin. That cuts away a lot of their potential in the FG, but Cheerio's definitely gonna die in trade here, right?
He's got a lot of movement speed. Lasper somersaults there in time.
So now they're trying to make the call. These pings coming out. There's a minion wave pushed up in left. Maybe they're worried that someone on SSG will have to back contend with it, and they can start up this Fire Giant. They're right. Nika's the one that backed to deal with that minion wave, so they finally got the numbers advantage. This is forcing the hand of Spacestation to move in. Fear No Evil stops Cheerio, but he does get the ultimate off in time, but he can't stick to the target. Gets the kill on the Lasper, but cannot find the reset, so he dies in trade. But Nika's back, Venenu dies, and the ultimate finds no value. Look how low SOT is. Nika gets the double, and Rapper still clings to life. They've managed to find a 3-for-1 and bust open Renegades. Now they should be able to take this Fire Giant. I mean, no way Barra can take this by himself, right, as he marches in. How many times has Barracuda's number been called in big numbers? It'd be impossible to count at this time, and all these moments where they've needed him. He's nearby. Maybe he can find a persistent gust or something from range to try to steal, but he's standing nearby. He's gonna at least give it a go, it would seem. I don't think Spacestation quite recognized. He steps in, does look for some damage. Awesome Jake comes in as well, and it's low, but Spacestation managed to confirm it. Awesome Jake will fall to the Wolves. Barra gets a cleanup kill on the Rapper. That's nice, but he's definitely gonna die. Lasper comes in as well with the Fear No Evil, doesn't quite get to Nika in time, and now he'll get gobbled up as well. They give too much on the back of that.
Man, I just don't like that call at all from Renegades. Yes, it's gonna be hard to defend against an enhanced Fire Giant comp that Spacestation has.
Did they just lose?
I think they do. I think they just lose off that because they could test a Fire Giant that they really didn't need to.
Wow, that's a bit of a backbreaker for Renegades. We'll see if they can find the defense though. Aggro, Solar Troll, and Venenu. Cuckoo Khan, great on defense. He can clear these minions out, but it's just too much. That's starting to barrel down now. Solar Troll does head right to the back and try and keep Boat out. They know he's a lot of the damage, but Cheerio has cleaned up Venenu quite nicely. Titan now down to half, and it was just too tall a task. Spacestation Gaming 2-0 over Renegades, despite really Renegades being in great spots in both of those games.